Right now, COVID in the classroom. The plans from Madison schools and community health leaders on tracking coronavirus as infections rise.
Plus, how a proposed addition to the Henry Vilas Zoo would help Dane County achieve its carbon neutrality goals.
And we have highlights from another night of high school football across southern Wisconsin. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. Well, you want to get outside this weekend. Sunshine and warmer temperatures are what awaits us tomorrow and on Sunday.
But will tomorrow morning be as foggy as it was today? Meteorologist Alex Harrington has tonight's first foreign forecast. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Charlotte and Eric and folks. To answer your question, Charlotte, no, tomorrow morning will not be as foggy as it was this morning. We got a warm, gorgeous weekend ahead. Enter the yellow glasses and the gold tie go along with it. But let's track those fog chances to show you folks that tomorrow morning we're not expecting the same dense fog, at least not as dense as it was this morning across parts of southern Wisconsin. Our future track visibility model here showing any fog chances will be from, let's say, the Dells to Madison to Monroe and off towards the east, towards Milwaukee. Visibility may get down to 3 or just slightly below 3 miles in some spots. That's nothing compared to what we were experiencing this morning, where we had zero visibility for good portions of southern Wisconsin. If there is any fog as we go on into your Saturday morning, it burns off by the time we get to 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Look at that. By 11 o'clock, visibilities are fantastic across all southern Wisconsin. Just look at that dense fog from Janesville this morning sent to us by one of our viewers. It was pea soup proportions of southern Wisconsin this morning. Temperatures out there right now, that's the next part of our story. We're sitting at a practically perfect 66 degrees out here in Madison right now, 63 down to the south in Janesville, our friends. Look at that in Bosqueville, hanging on to 73 degrees. Dane County proper, we got a 66 in Madison, 66 to the south in Oregon, and 68 to the north in Wanakee. If you're a farmer out there tuning in here late at night, temperatures are going to be wonderful to start your Saturday morning. The harvesting forecast, where we got the green corn cob symbols, that means great weather. Low impact, no rain, bit of a breeze on your Saturday, but look at those temperatures. Middle 70s to near 80 to 85 degrees out there. Can't be beat. Just when the warm ends, rain enters, and crashing temperatures. That's coming up.
Well, here's something you can do this weekend to enjoy the weather. Check out the first ever Art of Cheese Festival. Wisconsin loves its cheese, of course. Want to learn how to craft the perfect cheese plate or learn about pairing the right wine and cheese? All that and more is happening this weekend at locations on the Isthmus. If you're just wanting to try cheese, tomorrow's cheese fair off the square runs at the same time as the farmers market. For more information on the festival, just visit wisconsincheese.com. It's a headline we all hoped we were done with, but COVID-19 is creeping back into Madison classrooms again.
So what are the levels in the district right now, and what are their plans as it spikes in the community as well? Armand Rahman finds out. Armand?
Yeah, Eric and Charlotte, in the last week, there were 146 new cases among students and staff. The district says the fall season is a good time to get up to date on all vaccines, not just COVID. They're partnering with the Public Health of Madison and Dane County and SSM Health to hold district-wide vaccine clinics. The first one is this Monday from 12 to 4 at Emerson Elementary School. The state doesn't require staff or students to get COVID shots, and they may not be available at this Monday's clinic, but flu and other shots will be.
We do have an exclusionary period coming up for students that are not compliant with the state required vaccines. This is a great time for families to be able to get those vaccines so they can get back to school.
Any students or staff that test positive for COVID have to isolate for 5 days. The district works with families to see if the kids can return by the 6th day when they're asked to mask until 10 days after their positive test. Now, the lead nurse for the district tells me that their COVID team looks at positive cases to see if they're interconnected and if they need to be concerned of a larger spike within schools. But right now, it's not significant or a large percentage of staff or students.
Armand, thank you. Next week, the school district will hold 3 in-person community input sessions to help the Madison School District find its next superintendent. Conversations will be centered around the characteristics wanted in a candidate and what you see as the most important responsibilities of the job. The meetings are Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights at 6 at the locations you see here on your screen. There will be childcare available, so you can bring your little ones to these meetings. Gone is Madison's Thomas Jefferson Middle School.
It now has its new name, Ezekiel Gillespie Middle School. Gillespie was a voting rights activist from Milwaukee who in 1865 secured voting rights for Wisconsin black men. The process of renaming the school took more than a year and a half. In February 2022, the school community made a request to remove the name of Jefferson, who owned slaves, from the school. The Board of Education approved that name change in February of this year, but today was officially the first day under its new name. More investments by Dane County in pursuit of its goal of becoming carbon neutral by the end of the decade. Part of the 2024 proposed budget would add $300,000 worth of solar panels at the Henry Vila Zoo. Executive Joe Parisi made that announcement today. If approved, they'd be added to the bear, seal, aviary, and primate facilities. Lowering emissions and using renewable energy has been a years-long focus for the county.
Live look at Capitol Hill in Washington tonight. Lawmakers have still not been able to agree on a bill to fund the government. The deadline of 11:01 is tomorrow night Central Time. It's just a little more than 24 hours away for that deal to be struck. A House bill on stopgap funding that would have prevented a government shutdown failed earlier today. 21 Republicans crossed over to vote with all the Democrats against the bill. Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin sat down with us for a one-on-one interview today and spoke about the looming shutdown. She is imploring Republicans to sign on to some type of compromise.
We're hoping and pleading with Speaker McCarthy to recognize finally that the only way to keep the government open is to take a bipartisan approach. And as soon as he reaches that conclusion and that realization, we will be able to keep the government open.
The Senate has passed its own version of a continuing resolution that would keep the government open for 45 days, but Speaker McCarthy says House Republicans will not consider that bill. You can see more of our conversation with the senator Sunday morning at 10:30 on For the Record.
The longest-serving female senator in U.S. history has died. Senator Dianne Feinstein passed away this morning at the age of 90, the oldest member of Congress at the time of her death. Feinstein, a former mayor of San Francisco, was first elected to the U.S. Senate in 1992. Recently, her health became a subject of increasing scrutiny after absences and hospitalizations this year. California Governor Gavin Newsom now has the power to appoint someone to serve out the rest of her term. Authorities in Las Vegas have arrested a 60-year-old man who they say killed rapper Tupac Shakur 27 years ago. Shakur was shot and killed in a drive-by while leaving a boxing match on the Las Vegas Strip in 1996. He was 25 years old. For years, his death has been the subject of conspiracy theories and a decades-long investigation. In July, Las Vegas Metro Police searched the home of the suspect, a man named Dwayne Davis. Today, he was charged with murder with use of a deadly weapon.
Staying in Vegas now, that's a live look at the new MSG Sphere, which is hosting the band U2 right now for the opening show of a long residency there. Not even Las Vegas has seen anything like this before. The $2.3 billion entertainment wonder features 1.2 million LED light bulbs, 160,000 speakers, and more than 260 million video pixels. U2's Bono and The Edge spoke with CBS's Anthony Mason about the privilege and pressure of being the first band to play in such an amazing space.
Days you wish you might have gone second?
Yesterday. Yesterday, horrible rehearsal.
Yeah.
I definitely...
It wasn't that bad, Bono. It was good. You were great.
You were great.
They still get along after all these years. U2's 25 concert residency at the Sphere runs through mid-December. Besides concerts, the new venue will also host sporting events, including boxing and mixed martial arts. Well, check this out. There is so much rain in New York City. It is flooding one of the airports there. That's LaGuardia. A month's worth of rain fell in 3 hours. Elsewhere in the city, multiple subway lines are closed. The Staten Island Railroad and some northern metro lines are also out of service. The New York PD says some roads are closed as well.
More United Auto Worker members walked off the job today as the union expanded its strike. 7,000 additional UAW members were on the picket lines outside a Chicago Ford plant and a GM facility in East Lansing, Michigan. UAW says about 25,000 members are now involved in the strike, which began 2 weeks ago. The picketing includes the 3 largest U.S. automakers for the first time in history. UAW is asking for raises, better benefits, and job protections amid the growth of electric vehicles.
From one strike to the possibility of another one looming, more than 75,000 healthcare workers are set to walk off the job in what would be the largest healthcare strike in U.S. history. Unionized healthcare workers, including nurses and EMTs, are negotiating new contracts with Kaiser Permanente this weekend. If a deal is not reached by midnight tomorrow, workers at hundreds of facilities plan to strike for 4 days starting on Wednesday. Unionized staff are asking for increased pay, job protections, and solutions to fix labor shortages. A National Labor Relations Board judge ruled Starbucks violated federal labor law by withholding pay hikes from unionized employees. The coffee giant announced last year it would raise wages and offer new benefits to non-union employees, but the judge ruled that that was a corporate-wide attack on the employees' right to unionize. The decision is the latest of rulings from the NLRB that have found Starbucks to be resisting efforts of unions forming in its coffee shops. The judge recommended that Starbucks compensate the unionized workers for the wages and benefits they have been denied. Starbucks is planning to appeal the decision. So far, nearly 360 Starbucks stores, including 2 right here in Madison, have voted to unionize. It's going to be a gorgeous weekend. Alex is back with your first warn forecast on the other side of the break.
Plus, it's week 7 of the high school football season. Zach will recap the action around southern Wisconsin in the final drive.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the Best Evening Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV. And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-952-0466 or go to sonobello.com.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $750 cash allowance on this Silverado. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we always want to give you more variety. That's why we developed Buffet Your Way. Order your favorite pizza for the buffet and we'll bake it and make sure you get the first slice. Like thin crust prairie, pepperoni and green olives on stuffed crust, stampede, buffalo chicken with jalapenos. You name it, we make it. Oh, Carl, I wasn't actually ordering. No, Carl, don't be like that. Come back, we'll eat them.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
Keep them coming, Carl.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
News 3 Now's Call for Action has settled hundreds of area consumer disputes, but we can't do it without our dedicated team of volunteers. Would you like to join us? Contact Call for Action by phone or visit channel3000.com to fill out an application.
Good Friday evening there, folks. Let's start off with those 3 things that you need to know. The Cliff Notes version of the forecast. Staying dry as we go out through at least Tuesday of next week, and unseasonably warm. Temperatures all the way into the 80s on some of these days. We'll see that in the 7 to 10 day forecast. The next chance of rain enters as we go Wednesday and big changes following that weather system in the temperature department. Speaking of temperatures out there right now, we'll do 66 here in Madison, 66 in McFarland. Off to the west in Dane County, we'll do 69 in Cross Plains. Sauk City in the eastern part of Sauk County is right around 70 degrees. So just gorgeous temperatures across the area right now. Let's plan your Saturday. And no, this isn't a graphic here from July or August. This is the end of September. We're doing 84 degrees across much of Dane County, Brooklyn at 81, but that's still unseasonably warm for this time of year. Again, let's take a look at those temperatures across the rest of the area. 66 again in Madison. Lone Rock a little bit cooler at 65. Boscoville hanging on to 73 degrees, and Prairie du Chien at 71, 67 rather, up towards Camp Douglas. Let's track the temperatures as we go into your Saturday. Starting off lower to middle 60s. Unbelievable. High temperatures for this time of year should be in the 60s, and our low temperatures are our normal high temperatures for this time of year. Again, warming up to near 80 degrees already by the time we get towards that lunch hour at noon. 80 in Lone Rock, 81 in Boscoville, 78 in Camp Douglas. Just a gorgeous day out there. Bit on the breezy side, but I think we'll take it. Might need a little bit of breeze to cool off just a bit. Look at that Boscoville at 86 degrees for a high temperature on your Saturday. Again, we'll do 83, 84 here in Madison, 84 in the Dells, and 82 to the southeast in Janesville. Then look at these temperatures as we go into your Saturday night. About this time, temperatures upper 60s, right around 70 degrees. Again, unbelievably warm temperatures for this time of year. Bottom line with our forecast, mild overnight, then much above normal temperatures Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, staying dry through at least Tuesday, and then our weather system will move into the area. Once we get to Tuesday, still unseasonably warm on your Wednesday with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Then those temperatures are going to take a dip. Look at this here, folks. Once we get towards about this time next week, upper 50s to the lower 60s out there, folks. So pitter-patter chances not entering the forecast until we get towards that Wednesday time frame. Thank you, Laura, for sending us this weather photo. You can send us those weather photos, folks. First warn at WISC-TV.com. You can always send us those photos. We'd like to get them. I'd like to see some of those weather photos of the nice warm weather and what you're doing outside over the weekend.
We have plenty of it this weekend, I'm sure.
Yes.
All right, Alex. Well, that does it for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good this weekend. The final drive starts right now.
And welcome into week 7 of the final drive. Just 2 weeks left after tonight in the regular season. Then the road to Camp Randall begins. But first, conference championships have to be decided. And the winner of our game of the week will take a huge step in that department. It doesn't really get any bigger than this in the Capital Conference. Undefeated Columbus taking on undefeated Lodi. And these two teams have pretty much breezed through each week. Winner of tonight's matchup is firmly in the driver's seat for a conference championship. The Cardinals beat the Blue Devils by 28 last season. Safe to say Lodi hasn't forgotten about that. Second quarter, they're up 7-0. Mason Lane shows off his arm, and Jacobo Castillo-Rosales mosses the defender. That would lead to this. Lane looking, and finding Gavin Sargent in the back of the end zone. The toe tap puts the Blue Devils up 14-0 at the half. More of the same in the third. Lane off the play action, drops it right into Aiden Grosskopf's breadbasket. Lodi shuts out Columbus and snaps the Cardinals' 20-game win streak. 28-0 is the final. It's been a while since Verona lost the game in the Big 8. You have to go all the way back to 2021. Since then, they've won a conference title and are looking to go back-to-back with some hard work. Wildcats looking to keep their perfect conference record intact, taking on La Follette. Lancers on the punt in the first quarter. Garrison Cotty waiting patiently for it. He fields it on the bounce and then goes to work. The senior weaves his way in and out and takes it all the way down to the 2-yard line. And that would lead to this. Eli Lagomasino hits Max Jones in the flat, and just like that, it's 8-0 Wildcats. Now, Verona would force another punt. They'd get the ball at the 1 this time, and Lagomasino uses his legs. He's in for the score. Wildcats take it 41-0. Elsewhere in the Big 8, Middleton knocks off Janesville Parker 35-21. And in the battle for Mansfield Stadium, it's Memorial over West 24-6. Lakeside Lutheran and Lake Mills are so close to each other that you can not only see the other school's lights from each football field, but you can hear each other's crowds. Tonight, though, everybody was at one place. It's the 2023 edition of the Slider Bowl. Lake Mills hosting crosstown rival Lakeside Lutheran. No score in the first. Tyler Wallin flings it to Dom Kelly, who shakes off a tackle, and he's in for 6. Elcats take a 7-0 lead. Second quarter now, Warriors up 10-7, and they're on the move. Sam Schmidt keeps those legs churning, and he rumbles in to put Lakeside up 10. Now, Moline would have an answer. The freshman drops back and hits Rudebacher in stride for another score, and the lead is down to 3, but Lakeside Lutheran would win the Slider Bowl 53-36. In the Badger Lard, Wanakee stays perfect on the year with a road win at Oregon, and Sun Prairie East took down Milton 23-14 to move to 6-1 on the year. Mountain Horror Barneveld continued their tear in the Badger Small. Vikings moved to 7-0 with a 60-41 win at Watertown. And the oldest rivalry in the state was renewed in the Mississippi Valley. Baraboo beat Reedsburg to take home the Old River Jug in the 136th meeting between the two. After a slow start to their season, Monroe has found their groove. Since the Cheesemakers entered Rock Valley play, they've dominated 4 weeks and 4 wins where they've outscored their opponents 168-24. Edgerton welcome in the reigning Division III state champs. Second quarter, Monroe up 21-0, and adding to it, Caden Kuster runs in untouched to put the Cheesemakers up 4 scores. Then later in the quarter, more Kuster, another handoff, another easy touchdown for Monroe. And that offense was humming tonight. This time it's Benjamin Gadula. He finds pay dirt. Monroe rolls 47-6. On offense, Marshall is hard to stop. The Cardinals can run, they can throw, and they have a lot of team speed. Kind of like the Miami Dolphins. Okay, they're not putting up 70 points, but averaging 45 isn't too shabby. Cambridge looking to slow them down in an Eastern Suburban showdown. Second quarter, Blue Jays up 14-8. Second and long, and Matthew Buckman puts one on Cade Nodstead to move those chains with the big gain. Now, a couple plays later, Cambridge cashes in. Buckman sets his feet and chucks it deep to Kiefer Parrish, who goes up and gets it. Blue Jays up 22-8 at the break. Cardinals would answer in the third. Brady Kleinstein drops a dime on Max Temple, and he gone 73 yards to the house. Cambridge, though, hands Marshall their first loss of the season, 44-22. And some other scores, the pass along, Platteville moved to 7-0 with a 42-0 win over Richland Center. And in the Swall, it was Darlington over Cuba City, 23-7. And still to come, Wisconsin was lighting the lamp at will. The record-setting performance they put up is next. More sports after the break.
A power play goal here for Wisconsin.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The fresh timer starts the minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Pick and Save, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
Doctor, after my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me really self-conscious.
It's not your fault. That stubborn fat and excess skin is very difficult to get rid of with diet and exercise alone.
That's exactly why I went to Sono Bello. I really trust their team of experts, and I finally got the flat stomach I had always wanted.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
Ab EX is a great alternative to a tummy tuck because that overhang you mentioned becomes flat and tight fast with minimal downtime.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now to learn more about Ab EX by Sono Bello. Call 1-888-285-6876 or go to sonobello.com.
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here to help. With our 70th anniversary sale, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals, and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
It's Ford Truck Month. Time to defeat any task in a Ford F-150 with all the capability, productivity, and technology of Ford F-Series. America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. So get to Ford Truck Month and get into a built Ford tough truck.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
Now get an F-150 for 3.9% APR for 60 months plus 1,000 retail trade assist and 500 low APR cash.
Follow the fall colors to the Oakwood Fruit Farm just east of Richland Center. Over 20 varieties of your favorite apples to choose from. We grow and handpick the very best for you. A tradition we've kept in our family farm since 1904. Your family will love our delicious treats. Fresh apple cider, caramel apples, homemade pastries, including our legendary apple cider donuts. You'll want to make Oakwood Fruit Farm part of your fall traditions. Come to the Oakwood Fruit Farm. Visit oakwoodfruitfarm.com.
At Pick and Save, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Wisconsin, in a word, dominated Lindenwood on the ice in their season opener. The Badgers peppered the Lions with 65 shots on goal while lighting the lamp 6 times, and it was more the same in the series finale. After a 3-goal first period, Bucky caught fire in the second. On a power play, Lacey Eden sends a one-timer in the back of the net. Her second goal of the game makes it 4-0. Eden finished with a hat trick, so did 2 other Badgers. 9 different Badgers scored as Wisconsin set a program record with 16 goals. They win it by 15. If you didn't have Amazon Prime subscription to watch the Packers and Lions last night, well, you didn't miss much. Green Bay trailed by 24 at halftime, and unlike last Sunday, didn't have a fourth quarter rally in them, mainly because the defense couldn't slow down the Lions' rushing attack. Detroit ran for 211 yards and 3 scores, a performance Matt LaFleur wasn't really pleased about.
We're going to have to do something different because it's insane to do the same things over and over again and expect different results. So it's one of the best offensive lines in ball, but it's still inexcusable. You should be able to take one phase away from, if you want to stop the run and commit to that, then make them throw it over your head.
This Sunday is a big one for J.J. Watt. The former Badger will be inducted into the Texans Ring of Honor during Houston's game against Pittsburgh. In his 10 seasons with the Texans, it was a decade of dominance. Watt set the franchise record for sacks with 101, along with quarterback hits, multi-sack games, forced fumbles, and fumble recoveries. Regular season series finale, Brewers hosting the Cubs. 5th inning, already up 1-0. Carlos Santana rips one down the first base line. 2 runs come home to score. Santana legs out a triple. He would actually hit the game winner in the bottom of the 10th. Brewers walk it off. They beat the Cubs 4-3 in extras. We're back after this.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Our city has a pulse. Steps from bustling and wild. Come find familiar. Experience new. Live in our rhythm and stay.
This Friday through Monday only, everyone gets up to 65% off list. It's Slumberland's Customer Appreciation Sale, and it's a huge deal. Get our best discounts of the whole year. September 29th through October 2nd, shop our wide range of furniture and mattresses, up to 65% off. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the Customer Appreciation Sale, only at Slumberland Furniture. Our best discounts of the whole year, up to 65% off. Do not miss this one.
Psoriasis really messes with you. Try, hope, fail.
No one should suffer like that.
I started Cosentix. 5 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentix. Serious allergic reactions, severe skin reactions that look like eczema, and an increased risk of infections, some fatal, have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
Best move I ever made.
Ask your dermatologist about Cosentix.
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is, and it's propane. Get the facts at propane.com/now.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen and action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
New and current customers can get the titanium iPhone 15 Pro on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Outsmarting AI in the classroom, Thursday at 10.
Well, Alex, looks like we're the only two left. Kind of boring football weekend. Badgers on a bye. Packers played last night, so we don't have anything to do. I don't have anything to do.
You get a chill weekend.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be a chilly weekend. I had to transition there somehow. It's going to be a warm weekend. But we got some fog we got to deal with first. Let's take a look at this here, Zach. Future track visibility showing there could be fog from the Dells to Madison to Monroe, points off towards the east. I am not anticipating it being as dense as it was this morning, but there could be some patchy dense fog in some spots. So take note of that as you travel on your Saturday. By the time we get to 8:30, 9 o'clock, 10, fog burns off and we have a great day with temperatures in the 80s.
Just in time for a walk with Remy.
And a walk with Loki, my dog, in the morning too.
Perfect.
Can't be beat.
Thanks, Alex. Have a good weekend.
Bye, folks.